Wolverine, one of the most iconic and beloved characters in Marvel's universe. With his razor-sharp claws, incredible healing factor, and gruff demeanor, he's captured the hearts of fans for decades. But did you know there are multiple versions of Wolverine across the Marvel multiverse? Today, we're diving into the most popular Wolverine variants that have made a huge impact in Marvel's universe. First up, we have Old Man Logan. This version of Wolverine hails from an alternate future where the villains have won. He's older, grimmer, and haunted by the ghosts of his past. Having retired after a tragic event, Logan is pulled back into action in a dystopian world. His journey of redemption is a fan favorite for its dark tone and intense storytelling. Old Man Logan's story is not just about survival in a hostile world, it's also about the burden of guilt and loss. Logan's decision to become a pacifist after a major incident is a powerful moment that defines his character. The weight of his actions, combined with the desolate world he navigates, creates a gripping narrative where he must decide whether to stand up and fight again or let the past dictate his future. Throughout the series, we see Logan interact with a world vastly different from the one he knew, with old friends and foes appearing in unexpected ways. His journey is as much about reconnecting with who he once was as it is about surviving in a world overrun by chaos. Old Man Logan's gritty, Western-inspired tale has become one of the most iconic alternate takes on the Wolverine character. Next on our list, meet X-23, also known as Laura Kinney. Created from Wolverine's DNA, Laura is a female clone who possesses similar abilities, including those iconic retractable claws. Her evolution from a weapon created by a shadowy organization to taking on the Wolverine mantle has made her a standout character in the Marvel Universe. Laura Kinney's story begins in the lab where she was created as a living weapon, trained from birth to be the perfect assassin. Her journey from being a tool of destruction to finding her own identity is central to her character arc. As she breaks free from her creators and seeks out her own path, Laura grapples with her humanity and the legacy of the man she was cloned from. As X-23, Laura not only proves herself as a worthy successor to Wolverine, but also carves out her own identity as a hero. Her relationships with other characters like her mentor Wolverine and her sister Gabby add emotional depth to her story. Laura's transition to becoming Wolverine symbolizes her acceptance of her past and her determination to honor Logan's legacy in her own unique way. Next up, in Uncanny X-Men 251, Wolverine faces one of his darkest moments. Captured by the Reavers and crucified, Wolverine endures extreme physical and psychological torment. This version of Wolverine showcases his unbreakable spirit, making it one of the most intense and memorable portrayals of the character. The crucifixion of Wolverine is more than just a physical ordeal, it's a symbolic representation of his enduring resilience. Stripped of his usual defenses, Logan is forced to confront his vulnerabilities in a way we rarely see. The Reavers' brutal treatment of Wolverine is a stark reminder of the countless enemies he's made over the years and the extent they'll go to break him. This issue is also significant because it highlights Wolverine's indomitable will to survive. Even when pushed to his absolute limits, Logan's refusal to give up serves as a powerful testament to his character. The imagery of Wolverine on the cross has become iconic, representing his status as a true survivor in the Marvel Universe. Now, let's talk about the Ultimate Wolverine. The Ultimate Marvel Universe introduced us to a slightly different Wolverine. In this reality, Logan's backstory is even darker, and his anti-hero qualities are emphasized. His interactions with characters like Spider-Man and the X-Men bring fresh perspectives to the Wolverine we know and love. Ultimate Wolverine is a more morally complex character than his mainstream counterpart. In this universe, he is initially introduced as an assassin working for Magneto before joining the X-Men. His loyalties are often in question, and he's portrayed as a more ruthless and unpredictable figure. This version of Logan is less concerned with traditional heroism and more focused on survival, making him a wild card in the Ultimate Universe. Throughout the Ultimate X-Men series, Wolverine's relationships with other characters are also more complicated. His mentorship of the younger X-Men, especially characters like Kitty Pryde and Spider-Man, reveals a softer side beneath his rough exterior. However, his darker past and willingness to cross moral lines keep him at arm's length from fully embracing the role of a hero. Next, we have Zombie Wolverine from the Marvel Zombies series. In a universe overrun by a zombie virus, even Wolverine isn't safe. Despite being undead, his healing factor remains, making him a terrifying threat. This horrifying take on Wolverine adds a dark twist to the character we know. Zombie Wolverine is one of the most terrifying versions of Logan, as he retains his cunning and combat skills even after becoming a flesh-hungry monster. The Marvel Zombies universe explores a world where heroes and villains alike are transformed into the undead, and Wolverine's healing factor makes him one of the most dangerous among them. Even in this grotesque form, Logan's instincts as a predator remain, making him a relentless foe in a world gone mad. This variant also raises interesting questions about the nature of heroism in a world without hope. As Zombie Wolverine hunts down survivors, we see a distorted reflection of the hero he once was. The Marvel Zombies series uses this version of Wolverine to explore themes of corruption and the loss of humanity, adding a chilling layer to his already complex character. Next, in Madripoor, Wolverine takes on the alias of Patch. With an eye patch and a more subdued persona, he dives into the island's underworld. This version of Wolverine is less about superheroics and more about his street-level activities, showcasing his skills as a detective and fighter. Patch is a unique version of Wolverine that highlights his ability to operate in the shadows. In the lawless island of Madripoor, Logan navigates a world of crime and corruption using his wits and combat prowess rather than relying on his claws alone. As Patch, Wolverine blends into the underworld, taking on a more subtle approach to dealing with enemies and threats. This variant shows a different side of Logan, one that is strategic and resourceful. It also allows for a more grounded narrative, focusing on street-level crime and noir-inspired storytelling. Patch is a testament to Wolverine's versatility as a character, capable of thriving in any environment, whether it's the high-stakes world of superheroes or the gritty streets of Madripoor. Up next, Wolverine Noir. Wolverine Noir reimagines Logan as a private detective in the gritty 1930s. Stripped of his claws and healing factor, this version relies on his sharp wits and combat skills. The noir style brings a dark and atmospheric twist to the Wolverine story, perfect for fans of classic detective tales. Wolverine Noir presents a Logan who is more human than ever, facing a world of crime and corruption without his usual superhuman abilities. Set against the backdrop of a noir-inspired 1930s, this version of Wolverine is a hard-boiled detective who uses his fists and brains to solve cases. The lack of his signature claws and healing factor forces Logan to rely on his cunning and experience, making his victories all the more satisfying. The noir setting allows for a different kind of storytelling, focusing on the moral ambiguities and gritty realities of the world Logan inhabits. The visual style of Wolverine Noir, with its shadowy alleys and rain-soaked streets, adds to the atmosphere, creating a compelling and immersive experience. This variant is a great example of how Wolverine's core traits, his resilience, toughness, and relentless pursuit of justice, can be adapted to different genres while still remaining true to the character. And last but not least, the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine. The Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, also known as Weapon X. In this alternate reality, Logan is a grittier, battle-hardened warrior who has lost a hand in a fight with Cyclops. His relationship with Jean Grey adds emotional depth to this storyline as he fights for the survival of humankind. This variant is celebrated for its bold reimagining of Wolverine as a scarred but determined warrior in a world gone mad. In the Age of Apocalypse, the world is ruled by the tyrannical mutant Apocalypse, and Wolverine, now called Weapon X, stands as one of the key resistance fighters. His grittier appearance, complete with a missing hand, symbolizes the harsh realities of this alternate reality. The loss of his hand in a battle with Cyclops adds a layer of rivalry and tragedy to his story, showcasing the brutal nature of the world he inhabits. Weapon X's relationship with John Gray in this timeline is particularly poignant, as they fight side by side against overwhelming odds. Their bond adds a layer of humanity to the otherwise grim and chaotic world. The Age of Apocalypse storyline is one of the most beloved alternate realities in Marvel history, and Weapon X's role in it has solidified this version of Wolverine as a standout variant, representing the character's enduring spirit in the face of unimaginable adversity. And there you have it. 10 of the most popular Wolverine variants in Marvel's universe. Each one offers a unique take on the character, showcasing his resilience, his struggle with inner demons, and his unwavering determination. Whether it's Old Man Logan X-23 or Weapon X, these variants enrich the Wolverine mythos and continue to captivate audiences worldwide. If you like this video, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. See you on next video. Cheers!